Hey, Pastor Ben, Watch Night Meditation. Tonight, let's talk about don't look back, step forward. Philippians chapter 3, verses 13 and 14 in the NLT says, I focus on this one thing, forgetting the past and looking forward to what lies ahead. I press on. Here's the question. You ever try to walk forward while looking back? It's not just awkward, it's dangerous. Sooner or later, you're going to trip. And spiritually, it just works the same way. You can't step into a new season while still staring at the old one. Tonight is not just about watching the clock. Tonight is about watching God. On this watch night, we stand in a tradition of our ancestors, those who gathered the night before freedom, believing that dawn would break with deliverance. They were not just hoping, they were expecting, and that is our posture tonight. No matter where you are, even if you're watching online, some of us are stepping into 2026 carrying baggage that God never assigned. Shame from what you did, grief from what you lost, pride from what you used to be. Hear this. You can't drive forward while looking in the rear mirror. Paul was a man with a dark past and a divine calling, says, I forget what is behind and I press towards what is ahead. That is your word for tonight. Don't look back. Step forward. We're not just counting down the clock tonight. No. We are laying down burdens. We are breaking old soul ties. We are canceling toxic cycles. Do you hear me? So here's the question. What do you need to release to fully step into what's next? The first thing we need to look at is it's time to release the weight. Let's be honest. Some of us have been carrying things that we were never meant to bring with us. I'm talking about pain that never healed, sin that never got confessed, disappointments that never got processed. It's like bricks in a backpack. The weight it's slowing you down. Hebrews chapter 12, verse 1 says, let us throw off everything that hinders and the sin that so easily entangles. Paul did not mean he forgot everything. He meant he refused to be defined by it. That's what freedom looks like. Some of you are carrying guilt long after you've repented. Some are still chained to betrayal, and then some are idolizing past success, not realizing that yesterday's manna won't feed tomorrow's purpose. Do you hear me? But here's some good news. Jesus already carried your weight, my weight, to the cross. Why are you still carrying it now? This is your moment of a prophetic release. Don't bring 2025 baggage into 2026 breakthrough. Learn how to take action. I'm talking about right now, find you a pen and start writing down what you're releasing and then tear it up, burn it symbolically, and then hand it to God in prayer. God is not waiting for your perfection. God is waiting for your surrender. Listen, when you release the weight, you're not losing. You're starting to make room. I'm talking about room for peace, room for joy, room for purpose, room for revival. You're not at the end of your story. You're just at the end of a chapter. And God is ready to turn the page. The second thing is it's time to refocus on the prize. Letting go of the past is only the beginning. The other half of the journey, that's vision. That's when you've got to get focus. That's when you've got to get the direction right. Paul didn't just say he forgets the past. He said, I press on to reach the end of the race and receive the heavenly prize. That's the goal. There is a destination. There is a purpose that we have to pursue. Many of us are not tired because we're lazy. We're tired because we've been distracted. Our spiritual vision has gotten blurry. We scroll more than we seek. We react more than we run. So, what are you pressing toward in 2026? I mean, really? Is it approval or purpose? Is it success or faithfulness? You won't drift into your destiny. You're going to have to aim your life toward Jesus. Jesus said, you got to seek first the kingdom. Let 2026 be that year you stop chasing what God never assigned. Start walking in what He's been calling you to become. Because without focus, this new year is just going to be a repeat of the past. But if you have some divine vision, it can become your launching pad. I hope you hear me. The last thing I want to share is run with some passion. I mean, if you've released the weight, if you have reset, your focus, it's now time to run. Paul said in 1 Corinthians chapter 9, verse 24, run in such a way that you can win the prize. That means don't stroll, don't coast, don't play it safe. Don't walk like lukewarm in your calling. You got to run because your life depends on it, because somebody else's life might depend on it too. You got kids, you got family, you got community. Some of us have been idle so long, so spiritually stagnant, that walking with Jesus is like we've been walking on the treadmill. We've been moving, but not advancing. But this year is not the year to be casual. This is the year to be consumed, consumed by the fire, consumed by the faith, consumed by the focus. So the question is how do you keep the fire burning? You're going to have to stay in your word. You're going to have to stay in community. You're going to have to stay in mission. And you're going to have to ask yourself, what would it look like for you to give God first your 2026? Not your leftovers, not your half effort, not what's left after everything else, but your first, your best. Your full yes. I mean, you're going to have to run like the calling is real, because guess what? It is. Jesus ran after you through the pain, through the cross, through death itself. And now, baby, it's your turn. It's your turn to run with everything you've got. As the final seconds of this year tick away tonight, ask yourself, what story will your life tell in 2026? You are not what happened to you. It's not what you lost. It's not even what you gained. You are who God says you are: chosen, redeemed, called. Listen, you got a decision to make tonight. You can carry the same burdens into a brand new year, or you can lay them down tonight and walk into a new thing that God is doing. Paul said, I forget what is behind and I press on. It's not just a quote. He made a decision. It was a mindset, a way of life. So here's the call tonight. Release the weight. Refocus your aim. Run with passion. Don't wait for a perfect moment. Make this the moment, because the best way to honor your past is to run full speed into God's future. God bless you. God keep you is our prayer. Amen. Be blessed and see you